guys, it's Marshall, and hold on, somebody showed me this. Boom! We're doing a little M14 draft here. Let's see what we have. Dismiss into Dream, interesting, kind of funny. Rare here, turns all your guys into illusions, or turns all your opponent's guys into illusions, so you just need ways to repeatedly target them, but it's not a great magic card either. It does cost 7 mana, it kind of requires a couple other things to make it pretty good, though it is kind of interesting. Disperse I like, Blood Baron, Death Gaze, Cockatrice is cool. This pack's not particularly strong. I think I'm actually going to take this Wall of Frost out of this pack. I like Disperse quite a bit too, but I like these grindy control decks that you can get in this format. So let's take a look and see if we can't build ourselves one of those. Now, already interesting decision, Rumbling Baloth, Nephalia Seakite. There's also a Fire Shrieker, a Cancel in the pack, which are decent, but this pack is also kind of crappy like the last one. So what I think that Rumbling Baloth is a stronger card than Nephalia Seakite. It's just a really good card. But Seakite's blue, and we're already in blue. I think I'm still going to take the Rumbling Baloth here, though. Congregate Wall. Let's see what else we got. Ooh, there's a Divination. I like that one. So Wall of Frost or Divination. I'm going to take the Divination here. I like drawing cards. Not a ton going on here. There's a Advocate of the Beast and a Trained Condor. I'm definitely going to slam the Advocate here, though. I don't mind the Condor. He's gotten kind of a bad rap lately, but I think he's okay. But Advocate of the Beast, we've already got one of the few beasts in the set already in our deck, and Advocate's a fine card anyway. Okay, not much here. Disperse or a Giant Growth. Generally speaking, I think Giant Growth is a little bit better. That being said, I think I'm just going to actually just take this Disperse here. Disperse has been really impressive to me, and also it's the kind of card that I just love. I love having the ability to interact with my opponent's permanents for such a cheap amount of mana. I usually feel like I can find a way to make that work for me. And these bad packs continue. Traumatize, certainly not what we want to be doing here. I guess a Negate is possible. Corrupt is probably the best card in the pack, but we're obviously miles away from that at the moment. Whoop. Okay, I have re-logged in. This is a bug that has been, unfortunately, a consistent one for this build of the beta. I've been really enjoying the beta in general, but that has been one big downside of the beta, is the fact that it crashes every draft for me. So I've made the proper authorities aware of such a thing, and they're working on it. Wow, these packs have just been junky. I'm going to take Rod of Ruin, which is not a happy card. And there's just more garbage here. Ring Flush is okay. Guess I'll take the Grotto. I'm not a fan of Shimmering Grotto, but no, you can do worse. Somebody's chatting with me that's in... Yeah, I can't chat with him, though, of course. Spellblast, unplayable. Vile, basically unplayable. Negate. Negate number 2 is super unexciting, but we'll take it. That's funny. And more nothings. All right, so this first pack was really kind of just bad. Well, I'm taking this Millstone. Whoa. All right, I had to reset this thing. It kind of went off the screen for a minute there. All right, here's a much better pack. So there's a Deadly Recluse and a Garruk's Horde here. I'm going to just take the big bomb here. I mean, I love me of Green Doomblade. You guys know that, but Garruk's Horde's really good. I mean, it's just a fine place to dump 7 mana, basically. I mean, if you're going to spend 7 mana on one spell unlimited, this is kind of the threshold for what it needs to do. I mean, it's going to end the game pretty quickly, and it's going to get you a huge advantage going late. Now, what it doesn't do that well is really stabilize a sketchy board if you're under duress from flyers or a swarm of creatures. Garrick's Horde doesn't really do that, but it does satisfy some of the requirements for that true bomb status, which is if you're ahead, it finishes the game. If you're at parity, it puts you ahead. If you're behind, it doesn't necessarily put you ahead, but it can. It just depends on what kind of behind you are at the time. And, you know, overall, that's enough check boxes, I think, to make Garrick's Horde a fine pick here. Briarpack Alpha. Yeah, I mean, I like Archaeomancer and Phantom Warrior quite a bit, but Briarpack Alpha is almost always a 2-for-1. It is awesome. What a great card. I mean, it is right up there with the best of them in this set, and I'm happy to pick one up here for sure. All right. I'm going to take this trading post here. There's also a Voracious Worm and another Advocate, which I'd be happy to add to the deck, but I think trading post is quite good. And it does so many different things in Limited that usually makes up for any kind of not immediate board impact type things by being versatile enough. So Time Ebb or a Sea Kite. I'm going to take the Time Ebb, I think. Only got 6 creatures. I guess I could use the Sea Kite as well. I really like Time Ebb, but yeah, I'm actually going to skip over to the Sea Kite here as I do need some threats in the air, and I don't have a whole lot going on along those lines. So, what are you doing in here? Get out of there. All right. Bubbling Cauldron, Windstorm, Glade Cover, Hunt the Weak. Aha. Love this lizard. Get in there, buddy. Great threat. Just a fantastic Magic card. Beautifully designed as well. It's been around for a while, but looks so unassuming. Gets in for 2 damage almost every time. Can get in for 4 damage if you deem it necessary. The card is just fantastic. And hey, what's better than 1? Another one. Team Lizard in effect here. This guy is really awesome. Well, I'm going to take a Giant Growth. This Marauding Maulhorn's really tempting here. I mean, blue is clearly dried up in this pack. We should get some more next pack, but yeah, I'm gonna stick to the plan here. But if you really look at our blue, it's not very good at all. I mean, Disperse, Negate, Cancrix, ugh. Divinations are only good blue cards, so we might actually have a late game shift here if something really pushes us. I got to relog. All right, where were we here? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, we got in with enough time to not... All right, hold on. Okay. This should come back up in just a second here. Yeah, stability issues aside, and they are issues, make no mistake. I've actually been enjoying the beta a lot lately. Okay, I'll take this guy. That's a nice pickup. I think it's really come around, kind of turned the corner, where I'd actually rather play it than the old one for the most part. Even though I'm really used to version 3 and all that, I really do feel like the improvements are pretty awesome for the beta. Again, there's stability issues that are being addressed, I'm told. And I've been working with those guys as much as I can to give feedback, which is really the best way that there is for us. Normal human beings to make this thing the best it can be is to just help them out by giving them a bunch of feedback, and that's what I've been doing. And yeah, I mean, like I said, the stability issues are a thing, and they're very annoying. But beyond that, the thing's actually quite good. All right, well, I was really excited to see this Woodborn Behemoth, but I'm just going to have to take Lifebane Zombie because it's worth a few ticks right now. And yeah, I mean, you do what you got to do to survive out here in the harsh Magic Online wastelands. Also, I mean, there is a chance that we're not blue. We do have to, like, look at this. Wow. I'm going to take this guy. I mean, sure, we have an Air Servant here that would serve... Oh, get out of there. There we go. Just fine as well. But Shadowborn Demon is absolutely fantastic, and I think that we might just bail on blue here. Yeah, we're bailing on blue. I'm taking this Liturgy of Blood, and these are getting moved out. Our blue is never really there. Hopefully we can find enough playables to make this work, as we're really short at the moment, but we do have a few, like this is going to be in there. There's a few other things that I can put in that aren't completely embarrassing, but we'll see. We might have to brew a little bit here, but the blue really did just fall short for us. How does this work? Hi there. Yes. Okay. All right. I'm still figuring out how the clan invites and stuff work on the new one, but I think we've got it sorted. All right, so now no black cards and really no green cards either. So I'm actually going to take this Festering Newt, which I know is really sad. And I could take Savage Summoning, but it's not very good. And I just don't know that I want a Giant Growth and double Ranger's Guile, so I'm going to take this Festering Newt because it is going to make the cut as the board sits here. There's a Darksteel Forge. Is that worth anything? It is not, which is great because that means I can actually pick a real card here. And I like Mark of the Vampire just fine, but I'm actually just going to take Undead Minotaur. I just think I need bodies here. I'm only sitting at 11 creatures, and I need to get a move on with that if I'm going to make this thing into a real deck. I'm going to take the Nightwing Shade here. Slamming Corpse Hauler. Looks like Rod of Ruins probably going to make the cut here, which is a little embarrassing, but might be worth it. All right, so straight up nothing for us here, so probably just going to run this Darksteel Ingot, which would allow us to splash for a few things potentially, which is looking pretty awesome at the moment. All right, that's always nice to hear. That guy says he feels like he's leveled up. Ugh. Fog or Elixir. This is like my nightmare. I'm going to take Fog, though, because I can at least see that coming in out of the board, where this really doesn't look like much of an Elixir deck at all. All right. Well, I've certainly seen better, and I've certainly seen worse decks than this. We're definitely going to run this Darksteel Ingot. That way we can get up to these bigger spells like this guy. Have extra mana for Nightwing Shade, that kind of thing. Flesh Pulper Giant. Okay, we made a deck. Is it a good deck? That is yet to be seen. But it is a magical deck that will do something. Now, one thing I can do if I want, though we're not... Oop, get out of there. What are you doing in there? One thing that we could do, though we're not particularly well positioned for it, is to splash a little bit of blue here. I'd need to run like an island in the Darksteel Ingot, and we'd run Divination and maybe like a Disperse. Other options include main deck Naturalize, which I am not opposed to. I don't think it's very good. I'd prefer not to, but I can certainly see a lot worse than that. So why don't we run the Grotto, the Divination, and call that a magic deck. Because that way we can run one island. Yeah, Magic Online. Good job. One island and then a normal split of our other colors here. And we have, that way we have 3 blue sources to fire off a divination late in the game. And for a relatively low cost, I mean, we're basically just running that one island is the only thing that's like really bad. The grotto's annoying, but not awful. Yeah, I think this will work out okay. So let's submit this thing, and yeah, let's see what it can do.